It's Empty Folder, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Now, before we continue with the Necro Showcase, I would really like to apologize to the people that have been asking for new content, been asking questions, and I haven't been able to answer. Been actually focusing on work and family. I did actually play a little bit of Last Epoch and PD2, but that aside, I do promise that in the future I'll be much more active. I do have bigger plans for Season 12, and I plan to play it longer since now it's gonna be winter. And I honestly can't wait to do some bossing. I do plan to start with the Paladin this time instead of Necromancer. As I said in the previous video, I don't really even recommend Fire Golem as a starting build, even though that any Summoner Necro is actually a pretty good and cheap starter. I do plan to play Paladin because hopefully in this new season we're gonna have some Paladin buffs, but even so, even if we don't get it, I still plan to do some Paladin. I did really enjoy playing with it, but in the end of the day, the patch notes are gonna show us exactly what's gonna be good. Maybe there's gonna be something really fun and interesting, so we'll see. I did play with some settings of my whole setup. As you can see, the new the new intro and all of this AI play that I spent time on. I did it by myself. I learned a few things, and I did improve the quality of the uploads and the quality of the game itself. So overall, I expect to be with better quality videos and perhaps maybe better diction for the future. I understand that my accent is pretty bad, so I do plan to add some overlay text of some of the highlights that I'm talking about in the videos. And one last thing before we go, my little son deleted half of my characters. Actually, he deleted everything non-leather. I don't know how. One of the Saturday nights, me and my wife were out and Baba was in the house watching the little guy. I did have the game open, so she was actually nice enough to show me him playing, and I was excited. Oh, he's getting characters. And then after I deleted some of these strange characters that he created, and I was like, wait, hold on a second. Where's my Paladin? Where's my other Paladin? Where is the Amazon? That's okay though. Once he grows up and he drops a mirror, oh, guess who's taking it? So after some debate online, I came to the conclusion that the maximum damage we can get here is 8,553. We can reach 8,543 with the current setup. The only difference is that with this wand, if it was plus 1 all skill instead of the fire skill damage, it would have had 10 damage more, but what we require here is go to arms. Of course, I'll never do this in a regular game. Nobody has time for this, and there it is. Let's go look through this. This is level 52 on Fire Golem, and we have 116, actually 126 mastery because of Flickering Flame. I don't have the rest of the gear because I gave it free to some new folk a few weeks ago, but of course I do keep the rest. So we have two setups. One is going to be the one that we joined the game, the snapshot build, and the items that we use to map. So what we basically do is get in a game, because every time you join a new game, these are resummoned on the back end. So the inventory that you get in, this is what you end up getting in a new game. So it's going to be 7,970, but because we have Flickering Flame, it's going to be 8,339, and we don't have to use CTA. So the weapon is gonna be a mirrored 6 Fire Golem wand with corruption that's gonna be 5% fire skill damage and faster cast rate. Of course, we don't care about the faster cast rate here. The tiara is gonna be again plus 1 all skill slam with 2 sockets. This end up being actually better than the 3 socket one. I apologize if I misled somebody from the previous video. Amulet is gonna be a mirrored 5-0 skill. This is actually my trophy for the season. I waited quite a while for this weapon. I already quit the season, and someone messaged me that there was one of these that was online. I actually ended up breaking it, and then later, again, this showed up later this season. That was the first one to drop, so at that point there was only this one and the black version of this. So this is gonna be a 6 fire golem magic Canter trophy, and it slammed 3 sockets. This was incredibly rare. At this point I think that there at least 4. I know that the second that dropped was mirrored again, and that was maybe months and a half, 2 months ago maybe at this point. I cannot even say, but I can definitely say that this is one of the rarest items. For a 6 fire golem to drop is 1 in 71,000 chance, and the 3 socket I believe is 3%. I'm actually not sure on this, don't quote me. The Ormus again is going to be 1-0 skill with perfect 15 fire skill damage. The rest doesn't actually matter at all. We have Graven Palm for 1 summoning skill, so we don't care about anything else. 1 skill here, 1 skill here, 1 skill here. And for the charms, I have only 1 summoning skill, and the rest is gonna be fire skill damage. And of course, 2 skill Ani. And this is how we get it. So once we join a game, we do this exercise. Let me remember how I did it. So okay, this is what we do, and boom. So now for the MF gear, I like to be unconventional. So what most people do is run a Dominion. I don't really find any value in this. It's just simple 1 for 1 extra golem that spawns with about 5,000 damage, I think, instead of 7,000. Our damage is already high, so might as well just add some quality of life and fix some other issues that we have. In this case, Phoenix is great because we have Redemption Aura. We get to every second, actually, every 1 tick, we're gonna end up getting our life full and mana. So this is great. Actually, maybe not that great, because here and there create some issues, because it's as you know, in Diablo, because it's a not game, sorry, it's gonna be every tick is every 1 second. It's not any less. Anyways, this is a Ethereal War Scepter. I think it looks cool. I think it looks awesome. It was very difficult to find any ethereal weapon. It kind of fits the necro. I don't know. It really fits the necromancer here. Like, looks super cool. I did run Scooter's Ire with 3 socket that was ethereal. You know that it's self repair before, but I saw it. I had a lot of MF. Nothing was dropping. And actually, when I dropped my MF to what it is about now, 200 even, I actually got much more better items. I don't know. I had about 450, I think, at that point. So this is going to be our MF armor. We have Shaco with some Ists, because there's nothing else actually we need, and CBF Slam. This is actually one of the more interesting pieces. That was extremely cheap. I think I bought this for Ist, maybe on week 1, and I never found anything better than this. We do have 5 to blood warp on this with 3 sockets, so I was able to fix some resistances, add more MF, and actually for the level of blood warp, I have 0.6 seconds, and I think this is pretty sufficient. Of course, if we use bow here, it's gonna be less. I've had it with no cooldown, which is still great, but as you know, your tick is every second, so pretty much we can't get this any faster. So anything under 1 second here is great. It's just going to be harder on the timing. So 0.6 gives us actually a lot of leverage here. Sorry. And that's pretty much it. Maybe I can show the stats. I have a little bit of vitality. I dumped the rest in energy, just because bone armor gets its bonuses from hard points in energy. We do not need, honestly, any lower resistance. It's nice if you have it. I had it somewhere on the previous build, but regardless, you don't really need low resistance or anything. The damage is so high, and just having to cast one more spell is maybe annoying. Here we can play this only with one hand. All you need to do is to do this, like this, and that's pretty much it. You can play with one hand while drinking beer in the left, or smoke a joint, or whatever your poison is.